Have you heard the same thing?
Yeah, well, I seen it. When they pulled me out, they walked me across the street to the drugstore. And I looked around, and I couldn't believe it, that I was still alive.
The only death recorded so far occurred in Windsor Locks. 24-year-old William Kowalski of Manchester, along with 2 other men, were working on the exterior of a building when they saw the storm coming. Steve Roussel works for the ambulance company that rushed Kowalski to Hartford Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival.
In talking to the least of the injured victims, there were 3 that were working together on the roof of a Windsor bank. They saw the storm coming and they proceeded to get into the truck that they had used for their services. They saw it coming, and the gentleman that happened to be DOA, he mentioned to his friend to duck, it's going to hit us right in the windshield. They all proceeded to lay across the seat. At this point, the one that I had been interviewing at the time, he said that it felt like a sandblaster. It hit him in the face. It cut him up around the ear and under the lip a little bit. But he's doing okay, and he's going to be released, as soon as they can get him out.
The man who died was hit with a 2x6?
According to his friend, the 2x6 then came through the window and hit his partner in the head. He was just as down as low as everybody else, but I imagine he was on top of the pile.
One of those hospitalized was not directly involved in the storm. He is David Webb of Knoxville, Tennessee, who became ill this morning. He tried to get to Bradley Airport to fly home, but the heavy traffic made it impossible.
Well, first of all, the airport was closed. By the time we got out there, we got caught in the traffic jam on the highway. Came along right after the tornado hit. So by the time we got out there were no flights coming in or out. And I hadn't been feeling well all day, so I checked with the doctor at the airport, and he sent me over here.
And so hospital personnel are still busy tonight as additional patients are being brought in. They also have at least 12 people in critical condition to look after, including one man who has not yet been identified. He's 19 years old, stocky, with dark hair and a tattoo on his left forearm. Anybody who may know his identity is asked to call Hartford Hospital. I'm Tom Monahan, Channel 30 News.
Many homes suffered damage in the storm. John Sablon visited residential areas of Windsor and Windsor Locks this afternoon and this evening. Here's his report.
The devastation visited on the commercial district along Route 75 in Windsor Locks also spread to the thoroughfare's mostly residential section. National Guardsmen patrolled some intersections to keep all but essential vehicular traffic out. Downed power lines and the prevention of looting a prime concern. State and local police manned other intersections. Homes in the area looked as if they had been through an air attack. A selective air attack. Not far from Route 75, one homeowner lost a tree and a swimming pool. This while he and his neighbors lost all electrical power. Traffic here was brought to a virtual standstill. There were some houses on Route 75 that were not harmed at all, but there were others that bore the full brunt of the storm. When this family returned home tonight, what they found was not the home they had left earlier. They found a shambles and a dog that had been blown into a tree, its leg injured. After the animal had rested, it went on its way. But these people were not as lucky. The awesome power of the storm was evident everywhere. This house trailer was once behind or alongside this vehicle. At a nearby garage, an automobile was blown off a lift. This after the roof had been blown off the building. The one confirmed storm-related death occurred along Route 75 on this strip. Traffic was slowed considerably on the eastbound lane of Route 20 between Bradley International Airport and I-91 because of a washout. Person after person, police and power company worker alike uttered what many have said all day. It's a miracle more weren't killed.
Was it a tornado or wasn't it? That's a meteorological question. When you look at the damage that was created by the storm, whatever it was, it really doesn't matter what it was, does it? John Sablon, Channel 30 News, in Windsor Locks.
And in summation this evening, the storm struck between 3 and 3:15 Wednesday afternoon. More than 400 people hurt, one man killed by the storm. Damage extensive, expected to run into the millions of dollars. The Air National Guard helicopter fleet heavily damaged, private planes overturned, commercial businesses and homes heavily damaged, people without homes this evening. What is going to happen Thursday? Well, here is what we can tell you. The Pequannock Elementary School will be closed Thursday and Friday, that according to school officials. Again, the Pequannock Elementary School, that at airtime they were still deciding what was going to happen with bus service for students at other schools. We would advise you to tune to area radio stations in the morning for the latest on that. Governor Grasso and other state officials will tour the devastated area by helicopter at dawn. Then they will meet at the command center in Windsor Locks at the Windsor Locks Police Department about 8 in the morning. Our Channel 30 news team will be there to find out what the governor will decide what to do. And again, 200 National Guardsmen on duty this evening, a curfew in effect until dawn. That is the story of the storm, the tornado that hit Windsor and Windsor Locks Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for joining us for this Channel 30 News Special. I'm R.D. Saul. Good night.
This has been a Channel 30 News Special Report. Tornado, October 3rd, 1979.
I'm Phil Rizzuto for The Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000,